Nikki's only friend, and you know, we joke about Nikki. We think it was great. Little girl, Mackenzie Williams.
University. Our next Outstanding Young Alumnus Award recipient has made a name for himself not only around the APSU community and in South, but also nationally. As HGTV discusses doing a show on the Harris family, they have a strong focus to share their financial intelligence with millions of people around the world. He is a 37-year-old real estate investor. Earlier in his career, he purchased more than 180 properties in less than 2 years. He flipped many properties, allowing him to build a real estate empire. That empire began to dwindle after the 2008 Great Recession, but he and his wife, Maria, were able to rebuild their Memphis-based business into one of the largest real estate investment operations in the country. The couple offers mentoring on their website, theharrismastermind.com. He is also the founder and CEO of one of the mobile app technology firms, bizboomapps.com. The firm has developed several apps for the Shelby County government and many businesses around the Mid-South. President White, I proudly present to you the second 2018 Outstanding Young Alumnus Award recipient, Mr. Bryan Harris.
If it doesn't look good, it didn't happen.
How's everybody doing today? All right, thank you so much. I want to first say thank you to God, who you're going to hear me talk about a whole lot here in just a minute. I also want to thank President Alisa White for honoring myself for this outstanding alumni award. I want to thank my family for coming, my sister, my brother-in-law, my son, and my niece and my nephew, my family. The rest of them, they couldn't be here. My son had a game today, his last game of the season, so they will be here too. But first, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. My name is Bryan S. Harris, and I'm going to be brief. I got 5 minutes to give you a quick rundown to tell you why. But I remember after leaving school and going home, and just like she said, going home, I'm sitting there, and just like probably most other college students, you're looking for a job, but nobody's really hiring in the field that you wanted to be in. And so I remember sitting in my room at my mom's house, and I remember feeling depressed and down because I also wanted to play football. That dream didn't work out. So I'm sitting there, all my irons are in the fire, and I was raised by my mom and dad to believe in God. And I remember her telling me this scripture, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So I went out here, standing on that word, right? And so I remember sitting there, and that was one of the lowest points of my life, doubting God. All right, you understand? I remember thinking to myself, God, are you real? And so at that moment, I felt the chill come over my body because, when you test God and you call him back on his word, he responds from the inside of you. And so I'm looking out the window, and he said, look at the trees. He said, you see them moving? He said, that's me. He said, feel the wind. He said, that's me. And then he started to speak from the inside. He said, what is it that you want? Now, that was a vision that he asked me to give him. And I thought of this vision. I said, I want this from the inside. And then he said, I want you to close up your mind arc. Close it up. Seal out anything that can instill doubt in this. And he said, watch me. And he said, and when I get you to that place, you have to give me all of the glory. Now listen to me. So now I stood on his word. My mom and dad, they gave me this spiritual foundation. I looked at the outer world as I went through it, and I learned in school that the strongest structure is the pyramid. All right? The strongest structure is the pyramid. So we know how to build it in the outer. So I began to become one of the pioneers of digging in the inner, finding and seeking God's first. He said, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all of the riches will be added unto you. So I began to seek God's face. And as I began to seek it, I started to learn his word because the word gave me my spiritual foundation. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? The spiritual foundation, I wanted to lay it strong as possible so that when I get out into this warfare, which is a spiritual warfare that we see in the outer, I can call back on God's word and say, well, God, in your word you said. So what I began to do is the first one that I went out, before I would lay a vision out, a new one, as my vision unfolded, and I would see things that look like storms, I would call, I said, God, you said in your word, so shall thy word be. And I think it was Isaiah 55:11. So shall thy word be, that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish into the thing where I sent it, and it shall prosper. Y'all know the word? It shall prosper in the thing which I sent. So I began to speak God's word as I laid this spiritual foundation down. And then I would call into a vision. I would say, okay, what's the next word, God? He said, write the vision and make it plain. Habakkuk verse 2 and 2. So I began to write my visions down so that I can see them. And then he said in his word, faith comes by what? Hearing and hearing and hearing what? The word of God. So I began to call that word so that I can instill that faith so I can get it in my heart and get it in my heart and get it in my heart and keep getting it in my heart over and over and over again. And once it's in my heart, it comes out of my mouth. Out of the abundance of the heart, what? The mouth speaks. So I began to say things about myself that would line up with the word of God. And I learned these specific words of affirmations of prosperity that I spoke over my life. And that's what got me here. So I give credit to everyone that played a part in God moving, but I got to give all credit to God. I got to give every single credit to God. Every aspect of my life. And you know what? I still get to watch his glory. I still get to watch his dream unfold. I don't have to worry about the how. He says, any man whatsoever who can say out of their mouth to the mountain, be thou removed and be cast into the sea. Forever, who shall say it out of his mouth, he shall have whatever he saith. So I began to stop talking about my mouth to my friends, and I started telling it what I wanted it to be. Do you understand what I'm saying? Anything you want in your mind, you got to understand that in the beginning was the Word. And the Word was with. So now that same creative power that created this world, that holds the sun in the sky, the moon in the sky, the stars in the sky, the earth in rotation, is the same creative power that's in me when I speak to the God in me and I speak his word to him. So that he can then speak out of my mouth and command matter in the atmosphere what he wants it to be. So that he knows that if you are a vessel that gives him that credit, he will use you too. Amen. Amen. So I want to give an honor and thanks to God for all that he has done, all that he continues to do, and I will keep speaking to him and having him line up with his will. And I'll give you a few of the things I said. I give thanks that I am the ever-renewing, the ever-unfolding expression of infinite life, health, and energy. Money, 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 manifest thyself here and now in rich abundance. Abundance, wealth, health, and happiness. Get over here right now. I tell them to get in my spirit. Get over here right now. Divine intelligence is even now opening the way for my immediate blessings. I have faith that all that is mine by divine right now comes to me in rich abundance. I am an irresistible magnet with the power to attract unto myself everything that I divinely desire, according to the thoughts, feelings, and mental pictures that I constantly entertain and radiate. I have the power to create whatever I choose and mentally accept. I began choosing and mentally accepting the highest and best in life. I began choosing and mentally accepting lavish abundance for myself and all humankind. This is a rich, friendly universe, and I dare to accept its riches, its hospitality, and to enjoy them now. You got to keep speaking this stuff over and over and over and over again. Y'all, thank you so much. My name is Bryan Harris. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day.
Where in the world do I go from here? Somebody call Will Hill.